Van for FightHype.com with me. I bumped into an individual I have seen before in the States. I've seen him in the UK, but never formally introduced myself. I'm with Atif Daniel, aka Mr. Hitman, Dr. Hitman rather, because he's a dentist by profession as well. Atif, how are we doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How about yourself, Razvan?
Yeah, I'm good. You mentioned you came out here to see one of your friends in Callum Smith. Callum Smith is the mandatory for the WBC belt, which is held currently by a good friend of yours in Badu Jack, the Ripper.
Yes.
Let's talk firstly, obviously, Badu's next fight, which is obviously against James DeGale. It's taking place at the Barclays Center in New York next month. I believe it's the 14th, 15th of January. Badu favourite for you?
100% clear, and that's not because he's a brother to me, but I believe. I'm not going to take anything away from James DeGale. I think James DeGale is a very good fighter. He's a great champion, but Badu, he's another level. He's another breed, and he's been doing a lot of things. And a lot of the guys, I was speaking to the guys from the Boxing Club recently as well, and they were saying that he looks ready. They've not seen him look this hungry, this vicious before. And the thing is that I also like, he's been doing a lot of strength work with one of his new strength conditioning trainer, who's also works with Sean Porter's team. So there's been a lot of new dimensions added to Badu's training and his training camp, which I really like. And that's why I'm going to predict. I think I might be a little bit of to have a different opinion here than most people in boxing, but I'm picking Badu by late stoppage.
Wow.
I'm picking Badu by late stoppage.
James has never been stopped before.
I know. But then you also have to think as well. I'm not sure how comfortable James is in making 168. He didn't look brilliant against Corky Medina in his last fight. But sometimes, that being said, in his defence, sometimes when you're fighting and competing at that level, and you have someone who comes as a mandatory or someone who's not sort of at high, it kind of takes your edge away. Yeah, exactly. So in his defence, he could have that as a genuine excuse. It's true. But I don't know. I'm more looking at how good and solid Badu is, and how he's been preparing and training for this particular camp. And I think we're going to see the best of Badu Jack. Because everyone's saying, at the end of the day, you have to look at Badu's been underdog for so many of his fights. He came up against DeGale, and everyone's like, no, DeGale, they picked DeGale. Look how Badu performed, fantastic. And he went against George Groves on the Floyd Berto undercard. And again, same thing, they were picking George Groves. George Groves is a great fighter, as we know. But Badu, he just turned to another level, knocked him down in the first round and just really went forward. So, and then Lucien Boutte, a clear win. Obviously there's ridiculous politics, and I think he scored a draw in the end, but he clearly won that, everyone knows that. And so now he just seems to be stepping up a notch every single time. And I think with James DeGale again, arguably the best fighter he's going to be facing. I think Badu's going to be taking it to another level, and then God willing, he does the job and he becomes the unified champion.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Oh no!
Now Badu Jack is a close friend of yours.
I know you're going to ask this.
I know you train at the Mayweather gym. I know you sparred in the gym. I know you spar at the Gallagher gym. I know you know Callum very well. Yeah. So let's say next year, Badu Jack versus Callum Smith to become the unified champion of the super middleweight division.
No.
Are you going to say anything?
No, I'm not going to say anything.
I think if Badu's watching, you'll be disappointed in hearing this.
No, they're both good friends of mine, both brothers. They always both give me good support whenever I fight. They're always there for me. So they're both great guys, great fighters. And this is the thing with boxing. It's a sport, and at the end of the day, you know as well as I do. A lot of the boxers are just top guys, great guys, and at the end it's a business. You just go in that ring and prove who's the better man. And but as far as I wouldn't be able to pick that at all. It's going to be difficult for me to watch if that fight takes place. Personally, I'm not sure if that fight's going to take place, but I'm not going to reveal obviously too much on the camera. But I don't think I think there's a possibility that may not happen. But let's just see anyway what happens. But best to both of them, and may the best man win.
Absolutely. Obviously with yourself now, I know you've been in action recently and you've got your first 6th rounder coming up.
Yes.
Can you give us a bit of detail of when that is? And
February 18th on the Steve Wood show here as well in the Manchester Victoria Warehouse. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm going to be I'm back. My last fight was actually here as well 2-3 weeks ago, and good 4-round win against an awkward southpaw, and so just really picking up, you know, from there. I'm going to be back in the gym on Monday. I've had a couple of weeks off, just you know, taking my time, and yeah, looking forward to getting back into the gym, working with Lee Baird, fantastic coach, and you know, we've got Jimmy Kelly in the gym, great, top guys. Again, he's looking at world titles for next year, big 2017. So yeah, really looking forward to 2017. Actually, you know, first 6-rounder, and you know, we mapped out a few things. Should be some exciting big news coming in 2017, and looking at you know, some titles. So you know, God willing, I'm just really looking forward to 2017 and showing you know, showing my skills and showing what I'm about in the boxing.
I know you're a dentist by profession, but how do you manage both sciences and professions at one
I like
time?
what you said there. It's true, because boxing's a true science, absolutely. Yeah, it's. I'm not going to lie, it's hard, absolutely. But you know, in life, if you want to achieve something, you know, you've got to go out there and get it, and you've got to work hard for it. So you know, it's hard, it's tough, and you know, I've got family too. So you know, it's all about trying to proportion my time and balancing my 2 professions, and you know, things with the family as well. So so just, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people ask me, say, you know, how do you find the time to train and still, you know, do your dentistry and whatnot? But I always have the same answer. I always say that, you know, it's not about finding the time, it's making the time, and there's a difference. So my day will be structured around you know, certain things. So I'll have certain days where my clinic is half a day, so I'll train in the morning, and then I'll go to the clinic. I'll train in the evening. If I've got a full day in clinic, I'll work out. I'll plan things. Obviously, diet and nutrition is a big part in boxing and making weight and keeping yourself in good stead. So that's and again, that's crucial as well around my work time, keeping myself hydrated. So it's just you know, as Floyd Mayweather, you know, one of my mentors, always says hard work, dedication, and so it's so yeah.
Atif, thank you for giving me a little bit of your time.
Thanks, Rosa. I appreciate it.
Do you want to plug your Twitter, Instagram? Where can we find you? Facebook?
Yeah, Twitter at Dr. Hitman Daniel, and you can find me on Facebook too. Thanks very much. I always look at your work, Raza. Top work with Fight Hype, and you know, you and Ben, you know, great work. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of your good work.
Appreciate the love. Atif, Daniel, Dr. Hitman Hatton, thank you so much for speaking.
Hitman Daniel.
Hitman Daniel, my bad.
Hitman Hatton.
Thank you so much.